Hip-hop since 1987.com.
Hip Hop since 1987, Terrell Thomas. We're live in Atlanta right now, and as you can see, I'm with the gentleman and lady of the hour. Hustle Gang is in the building. How y'all feeling today?
What's happening?
Now, T.I., you have your gang in the building. It's a wonderful thing to see. You've been doing your thing for some time, holding down the hip hop community with Hustle Gang and with Grand Hustle, and now Hustle Gang is here. Right. So talk to me about how you feel having your young disciples taking over the movement.
I mean, man, I think it's a wonderful feeling for me, man. I mean, just to be in a position where I can actually sit back and trust in the collection of talent that have been put together, man, and trust them with the direction and the vision for the project, even beyond what I feel, should be done. Like, I completely removed myself. After the music was made, I completely removed myself and let them say, what was the best selection of songs. You know what I mean? Which best represented not just me, but the core group. You know what I'm saying? And it's great to feel that kind of confidence and to have that kind of trust in a group that, I mean, for lack of a better term, like they mostly built up of new faces. You know what I mean? Aside from myself, Young Dro, and Trey, like, you know what I'm saying? Most of us, or most of the guys and girl, are fresh faces to the people, you know what I'm saying? They first timers. So I want that fresh ear, that new energy, I want that to lead the charge of this project. I don't want it just to sound like another T.I. album. And to be able to do that because you have so many talented people around you is a blessing.
Of course, many folks acknowledge you as the king, whether it be the king of the hustle, the king of the South. So having this young collection of talent, we live in the South where you can find a rapper on every corner, damn near.
That don't mean they're good.
So exactly. So what was it about this collection of talent that you say, you know what, I need to have them a part of my Hustle Gang. They represent what we have going on here.
Individuality. They speak in their truth, and diversity. Because I feel like the group that we've assembled, it goes from the most conscious of conscious with B.O.B. and trans lead to, the most ratchet of trap with being Rah-Rah, myself, Young Boot, you know what I mean? Or from the most melodic and the most melodic, graceful applications like Rossi and London J to the most backpacker, hip-hop, cipher-driven freestyle sounds like 5 mics. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody has something different to offer that no matter where you're from or what walk of life you represent, if you listen to this group, this collection of talent, you will find something that speaks for you and represents your interests.
We Want Smoke, a 17-track project that'll come out on Friday the 13th. Mm-hmm. Why We Want Smoke?
Why we want smoke? Because we in the smoking section. You know what I mean? That's why. They got matches. We won't smoke then. You know what I mean? They making matches, what they making matches for if they didn't want us to have no smoke.
I can dig that.
You know what I mean? I think Boot came up with that idea to entitle the album. Yeah, We Won't Smoke is something that Boot came up with, and the phrase, the term in generally means we ain't dodging no adversity. We ain't dodging no obstacles. Nothing that you gonna put in front of us is gonna stop us from getting where we got the intention of going. We want all the smoke. We ain't trying to be polite about it. Whoever ain't with it can get it.
If you had to choose one of the 17 tracks, if it's my first time listening to the project, what is your favorite one song, or what was your favorite song recording? What gave you the best memory possibly being in the studio recording with the gang?
I mean, well, I love a lot. I mean, Friends I love Do No Wrong, I love Gang 7, I love, man, there's so many, but I think the one song that I really like the most, and is a song that I ain't on, you know what I'm saying? And I wish I was on it. That's why I think it's my favorite, because I ain't on it and I wish I was on it. And that's Roll the Dice.
Roll the Dice,
yeah.
okay. outside of the music, before I let you guys go, I saw recently you're always taking a stand, not only in the hip hop world, but in the community. You were up at Houston's with a rally because they weren't giving our African American people the service that was necessary. We know what's going on in the climate as far as sports and entertainment with Donald Trump and things like that. Talk to me about with yourself being an African American entrepreneur. A lot of people, oh, you're a rapper, you're an entrepreneur. You have a business that you run and you're putting other people in position to be great as well. Sure. Talk to me about why that is so extremely important in today's climate with everything that we're going through.
Well, I mean, you know, not necessarily just in today's climate and what we're going through, but in the culture of Atlanta, you know, in this community that we help to build and cultivate into what you now know as a metropolis. You know, we remember when Atlanta wasn't necessarily the cool place to be, and it's our contribution to the culture that made it significant, and we will not be disregarded. Like we refuse to be treated like second-class citizens, and we drive so much revenue and have such strong buying power. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be cast aside and ostracized when we walk into an establishment because of how we look or how a person may assume we are going to act. We're not gonna be discriminated against. We're not gonna let you racially profile us. Like, we hip to all the cap. We ain't going for none of it, man. And all of your convenient racism, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you feel because you hired a black person that kind of makes you ineligible for being racist. No. You know, slave owners had people who weren't their slaves who worked for them. That doesn't mean that they weren't slave owners. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, champ. This is it. If you don't feel like everybody who walk in your establishment should be treated equally and deserves the same amount of service and should be bound to the same policies and procedures as everybody else, then, man, you discriminate, and we ain't going for it. And you ain't gotta like us, you ain't gotta appreciate our presence, you ain't gotta care for our appearance, you ain't really gotta you know, be getting down with what we represent, but you will respect the bankroll. And if you fail to do so, then we gonna goddamn take it from you. And it's as simple as that. I don't want nobody who walked in Houston's and felt like because they were black or because they were young or because they were dressed in Gucci from head to toe, that they, you know, were lesser than because they wouldn't sit them down, and there's no consequence for that. There's no recourse for that. So that's why I don't really care for Houston that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't really go. You know what I mean? I'm in it because I don't want people from our community who come from our culture to go in there and feel ostracized and feel like they lesser than and not have no recourse, not have no kind of consequences. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about for me.
Greatly said. Very well said. After Friday the 13th, what's next for Hustle Gang? What can we expect from Hustle Gang as the year continues to move on?
Man, we got music, we got movies, we're gonna make money, we're gonna tour, we into this fashion. You know what I'm saying? We doing a little bit of everything, man. We're gonna continue to just grow, diversify, and expand. Each of the artists have their own respective individual solo project coming out, and collectively and individually, man, we're just gonna continue to grow and build.
We're going to be looking forward to all of that, man.
Tokyo going to lead the way.
You leading the way, Miss Lady?
I've been leading the way.
I respect that. Terrell Thomas, hip hop since 1987, down in Atlanta with Hustle Gang. Make sure you pick up this project, TIDAL, iTunes, however you stream or get your music, pick it up on Friday the 13th. Support what they have going on, and stay tuned to Hip Hop since 1987 for everything that's going on with Hustle Gang.
We won't smoke.
Hip Hop since 1987.com.